Hey everybody, Tara Cherie here, and welcome to my home office. It's really good to be here with you. Today I'm going to keep things really simple, really short. But I had another fairy tale fable session with my children. I absolutely adore, like, who loves reading to their kids? Because I love being a mom, and I love reading to my children. I love sharing information and knowledge with them and letting their imaginations flow, rather than being in front of all this technology. I just think sometimes reading them a story and having that quality time just means so much more to them. And today I was reading to them about the Three Little Pigs. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I was thinking about what I wanted to talk about today. And I think that this is a really great point to bring up for several reasons, okay? So, first of all, what we can learn from the fairy tale of the Three Little Pigs is that sometimes people can have good intentions, but they don't always have good intentions in business, okay? And I'm not saying this to badmouth anybody, because I support and I love and I want to encourage all women, all entrepreneurs, period. But my biggest thing is that sometimes not everybody has your best interest at heart. So what I'm going to say is that it's really critically important to know who you are completely in alignment with, okay? If you've already hired coaches and mentors and you're already underneath their covering, you've already really prayed about it, or you've just given it, maybe you don't pray, but you've just given it really good consideration and thought, you need to really look at prospering where you're planted. At the end of the day, everybody wants to help people, or most people want to help people, I should say, right? So it's really important to understand that not everybody's intention is really to help you. Sometimes it's just to get you in their group. Sometimes it's just because they want to sell you something and you're a number and there's no authentic relationship there. Think about that. If you're bringing people into business and you're really wanting to refer, and you're really wanting to not just grow you, but really grow a team, let's say, or you really want to make an impact and a following, would you really want to create a relationship with somebody that is just about your wallet or just says hi, gets your sale, and then leaves? That's not a relationship. Guys, I really want to encourage you. Let's talk about the wolf and the three pigs, okay? So for those of you that are joining, I read the story, the fairy tale fable about the wolf and the three pigs, okay? So this is what I'm covering, all right? I did this with my children earlier, okay? But it has really good lessons to it. So the first house was made of hay, okay? There was no foundation. And the wolf tried to entice the pig to let the wolf in. And the wolf said, no way, okay? And the pig said, no way, right? But that wolf really wanted in there, and the pig really didn't want the wolf in there. And so they were both at odds. There was adversity there, okay? Well, the pig didn't take the time to build the proper foundation. He used straw or hay instead of something else, another material that would hold up. He didn't take the time to build that strong, sturdy foundation. So what happened? The house came, tumbling down. We all know, right? The next pig made the house with sticks. Same thing happens. He huffs and he puffs, and he blows the entire house down. Okay, why? The pig did not take the time to build the foundation. That's 2 times the pig didn't take the time to build a really sturdy, solid foundation. And the house again, it came tumbling down. Okay, then we get to the third house. Okay, now this pig is different. This pig, excuse my ring light and all my daughter's stuff over here. The third house, okay, in the third house, the pig actually took the time to build a really solid foundation, okay? He built brick by brick, brick by brick. Can you imagine how much longer it took that pig to build those bricks and lay them and put them together? Much longer than it took the pigs that used the hay and used the straw, okay? The wolf didn't want to play nice. It's important that you understand this, okay? The wolf wanted what the wolf wanted. The wolf didn't care about the pigs, didn't care about what happened to them, and wanted to go after them. Okay? It didn't matter. So whatever it took to get to the pigs, the wolf was willing to do. Do you really want to be that leader that no matter what it takes, that no matter how many sales or using somebody else's sales or using people to get your numbers up, that's not building a sturdy foundation for your business? Okay? And if you're not taking the time to really properly build the relationship and cultivate it, you can't just go for the sale the first time you message somebody. Okay? You really need to make sure that you're creating a relationship that's ongoing. And don't just leave them at the sale. Really make sure that you're taking time to connect and follow up. It's not about whatever it takes. It's about really learning about the person and their family and what they're about and what they're looking for. And can you actually authentically help them? And can you stay connected in a relationship long enough with them? Look at it this way. If you're somebody that always takes care of even one person, even though that actually takes longer to cultivate that relationship, if you really take that time to actually nurture it and see it all the way through and follow up, and not just when you have a new product or another sale or whatever you want to pitch them, okay? But you really take time to see how they're doing. If the product needs tweaks, you really help them out with that. You find ways to fill other needs with people that they really care about. And you stay connected with them because, you know, you're thinking about them. You really want to concentrate on building that relationship with them. Listen, you're going to get so much further with them than if you're just going after the sale. So never have money signs, dollar signs, or just because they're a number. If you only follow somebody because they are a number inside of your company or your business or your social media page, and you don't go on and comment, you don't reach out to them privately, you don't love on them, that's not cultivating a relationship. That's having other intentions. And don't just get them to like your group so that you hope that they buy something from you. Okay? Really take the time to continue to build value. I've had several people now that they reach out to me to see how I'm doing. They've cultivated a relationship with me, and I'm in their group because I want to learn more about who they are. Okay? Am I much more likely to buy from them? Yeah, because they're consistent. They're consistent in how they build a relationship with me. And they learn ways to help me, help my family, and help people that I really care about, right? So I'm much more likely to do that. If you're leading with your product, you have it entirely wrong. Okay, I know you love your product and you're passionate about it, and that is awesome sauce. Okay, stay passionate, man. Kick some tail when it comes to sharing your product. And when it's on your wall and it's done right, oh my gosh, it's a beautiful thing. Okay, but don't forget about, you know, when you were a child and you were being impressionable, okay, and you were first starting to build relationships, right, with friends on the playground or in your classroom or whatever, you took time to ask each other questions. You know, what's your name? Tell me a little bit about you. You know, you learned about each other. You shared everything together. Take that friend and that little girl that you were and have that childlike faith and trust the journey and the process. The process is so much more refining, and it may take you just a hair longer, but it should never be about quantity. It should always be about quality. And instead, learn everything that you can about your company, okay? And watch other people, okay, that are successful inside of your company, okay? And actually take the time to learn what they're doing to be successful. If they're telling you to say, hey, how are you? And then pitch your product, no, be different. And everybody has an idea, if you notice, like how you should succeed and take off. Okay? No, really, really take the time to be vulnerable. Share about you. Share on your wall. Why not want to on private? No, start sharing a little bit. Okay? I don't care. Your kids, your dogs, something, you know, if you like to cook, have a hobby, like to go hiking, like outdoor adventures, start talking about those things at least a couple times a week. It doesn't have to be super personal. People just want to get to know about you. Take time to build relationships over time. Correspond with somebody more than one time. Take time, not even on the second time. Okay? Really take time to build a relationship. Listen, if you were at the gym or you were at a favorite coffee house hangout and it wasn't COVID, okay? And you knew people that frequented there. Maybe you were part of a group or something. You got to know these people over time. That's how you should treat your social media. Okay, you should be getting to know people over a period of time and really loving on them. Okay, because everybody wants to feel special, validated, and important. I will say that every week until we start learning it. I'm still getting spam. And I really believe in the power of the relationship itself. Okay? You should be leading with getting to know them. The rest will follow. And when you pray about the needs or you think about other people, think about what gets you going. Okay? Think about what you like. Think about the personal touches that you would like done to you. All the little extras, not just the samples, okay, but, the birthday cards, the thank you cards, connecting, hey, I was thinking about you. I want to send you a little something. What's your address? Okay. And always beef up the value and over deliver on what you're offering. Okay. Love on them. Okay. Show them that you have compassion and that you care. Okay. It's great. You're part of a great company, but I want to know what separates everybody from you. How are you different? How are you authentic? What is it that you do different that I should be paying attention to? These are the types of things that I look at when I look at the power of a relationship. And I look at building a foundation, because we are not one without the other. We're so much better, stronger, connected together. And don't just do it for you. If they decide to invest into you, how is it that you can help them? And not just help give them ideas about your company and your business, but how can you give back personally to them? Okay, are they a part of a company? Do they have a product and a service? How can you bring value to them? Is there something that they have that maybe you personally don't use, but of somebody else who uses that, right? Then you can say, hey, I know somebody, I have a few people that have, a love or a desire or a passion for this, or they could really benefit. And you know what? Let me talk to them and let me see if I can connect you. I think you guys would get along really well together. Okay? If there's something that they love or they want to improve on, they want to grow, maybe they want to grow skill sets, be a connector. Be somebody that's always looking for ways to connect and network and genuinely love. Don't just keep charging for ideas, but authentically show love and connection. And continue ongoing education about your company. Be looking for ways to improve your skill sets and grow from the heart rather than from the knowledge. Slow down a little bit. Enjoy the cultivation of the process. We all have to sow a seed before we can reap the harvest, right? So just take tiny little steps. Make little tweaks. It's nothing you're really doing wrong, but just realize that there are a lot of times maybe a lot of pigs or maybe there's a lot of wolves, right? And so it is kind of a sorting process, and that we have to know who we are aligned and assigned to, who we are meant to engage with and partner with. But we should also know who we should be connecting with. We shouldn't be just talking to everybody about our company, okay? Think about who your ideal person is, what that looks like to you, okay? What kind of connection you want to make. How do you want to expand and grow that? Is this person good for business? Are they somebody, excuse me, I'm sorry, that's going to bring you referrals, right? Are they somebody that's going to really help you, okay? Are they somebody that you would really solidly love to connect with? When you talk to them, they make you feel like $1 million too, the feeling's mutual, right? We should really be taking time. So I'm not saying don't be a badass, you should be a badass, but take the time to cultivate. Take the time to really learn them. Take the time to be about relationship. That's part of building a proper foundation. And I promise you, when you start building loyalty and you start building the bricks slowly and you're the pig that builds the brick house, guess what? The wolf can't tumble it down, because When you're that pig, you know where you're going. You know where your heart is. You know where your focus is. And you're intent on building things the proper way, including your relationships, including your business, including where you take your team, because you should never leave your team. You should never get them started and walk away. It should always be an engaging process with authenticity, right? We should be helping each other to learn how to succeed. Okay? We should be giving each other tips. We should be encouraging, loving. I'm not saying don't make it fruitful, productive time. I mean, definitely keep it focused, but you can be bringing value constantly. You don't necessarily always need to charge for it. I mean, there are times that you do need to, because you know the price you paid and you know what you put into it. But in the meantime, you can be building the relationships and really getting to know people and really learning more about your service, who you are, and where you're going. I really hope that this video brought you some sort of value today. I'm building a proper foundation for your business. And really the bottom line is just cultivate, 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 okay? With your team, with new people, with people that fell off the wheel. You should always be cultivating. Always look for ways to really continue to build relationship and bring people back into you, okay? Because when you keep your frequency higher and you're a more positive person and you find a way to serve people and you really truly are serving their needs, okay? You keep yourself at a higher frequency, which means more people are going to actually be drawn and attracted to you for the right reasons. And you're going to organically grow this way. So if this video helped you in some sort of a way, please feel free to share this. I want you to be able to get the word out. And if you're just joining, please make sure that you catch the replay, because this video had a lot of really great tips to it. It was a real pleasure connecting with you. And if you would do me a favor, if you would share one thing that you learned from this video, and also how was it that I can help serve you, put that in the comment section. This would really help me to learn on how I could bring more value to you in the future. It's been a real pleasure connecting with you. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye for now, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.